Hello, and welcome to something new, I guess. Yeah, this is the first one, so of course it'd be new. But welcome to Alien Anecdotes. It's a new little series I'm trying to do. It's not unique by any means. It's not. It's not like a unique thing. It's just sort of a thing that I want to do, which is just in general just talking about games I've played, like games I've recently beaten, and sort of getting my thoughts about them. Sure, yes, like after playing a game and expressing my thoughts after a let's play is nice and all, but like I feel like this I would just be a bit more genuine about, you know? Like just sort of me rambling with no script, no like planning other than just like having general ideas of what I want to talk about. You know, just sort of like getting an overall expression of my thoughts out there that like more so encapsulates how my brain actually functions when I talk, and not more so just like in that sort of let's play mode, because I feel like I'm in like a different mode, like I'm not as genuine as I normally am. Like even now sort of talking like this, I may not be as genuine as I am normally, but like I feel like this would be better for me to sort of express my thoughts about games that I've beaten. But that, you know, that aside, so the game I want to talk about today that I've recently beaten is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Yeah, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, when that came out, November 2021? So I'm definitely a bit late. Not over a year, but like, you know, I feel late to the party. Like, I feel like everyone who's been sort of interested in this game has already played it. So the fact that, you know, I played it in late May of 2022, I feel late on it, you know? It's like, it feels like everyone who's already into it has already done it and already talked about it, so I just feel late, you know? But honestly, I don't care. But like that aside, BDSP, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, is honestly just okay. Like, it's a perfectly palatable, like perfectly passable Pokemon game. I don't think there's been any Pokemon game that I've really been like, what would the correct word be? Like, there's no Pokemon game that I haven't enjoyed to some degree. Like, I feel like I've always liked Pokemon games, but BDSP is something where I can just say, yeah, it was fine. You know, it was perfectly enjoyable, but didn't do anything to wow me. Like, it's okay, you know, it's fine. It's like a C tier Pokemon game. And that's sort of my opinion about it, which is honestly probably... Okay, here's the thing. I wouldn't say it's a hot take, but I wouldn't say it's a cold take to say that it was okay. But it feels like a take that not many people have, because Pokemon is such a divisive, like, franchise that it feels like people either love the games or hate the games, especially the new ones. I feel like it's like half love, half hate. So it feels weird having like just sort of a neutral opinion, you know, like being somewhere that isn't extreme love or extreme hate. But that's just me. But like BDSP is a game that I played, I beat, I thought it was okay. The thing with Brilliant Diamond is that it just felt like I was playing Diamond, you know? It's like, I gotta take a sip of water. Okay. But like, BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, you know, as I was saying, it just felt like I was playing Pokemon Diamond. It didn't really do a whole lot to really wow me. It felt just... I know I'm repeating myself, but I feel like I have to reiterate. It feels like I'm just playing Brilliant Diamond. Wow, I just messed up there. I mean, it does feel like I'm playing Brilliant Diamond, because I am playing Brilliant Diamond. But no, what I mean is that it feels like I'm just playing the original Diamond. It doesn't really do a whole lot to differentiate itself to me, and I'm a little bit disappointed by that. With Pokemon remakes in particular, the remakes always feel practically distinct from the original games. Like, Heart Gold and Soul Silver does a lot different to make itself unique from the original Gold and Silver, and especially different from Crystal, even though it includes some of the updates that even Crystal gave. But, like, Brilliant Diamond doesn't feel like it does enough to really differentiate itself from the original Diamond. I'm saying Diamond in particular because I never played Shining Pearl, though I can safely assume that Shining Pearl is very close to Pearl, you know? I guess one of the first things I have to note is that, like, it doesn't really take anything from Platinum. It does some things by technicality, but, like, most of the stuff that they gave in Platinum just isn't there, you know? Like, first off, I think Platinum just looks better than Brilliant. Like, I think the Sinnoh in Platinum looks nicer. I like the more snowier aesthetic. I like how there's snow in Twin Leaf Town in Platinum. But, like, Brilliant Diamond, of course, follows more so the aesthetic of Diamond. So, it doesn't really do that, you know? But, like, even then, there just isn't a whole lot that Brilliant Diamond does to change itself from Diamond. I feel like I'm repeating myself so much here. Okay, but regardless, though, it's like, what else can I say? I can't really say anything about the gameplay that's, like, interesting, I guess, because it just feels like a Pokemon game. It doesn't do much different from other Pokemon games to really give distinct opinions about. It's fine because it's Pokemon. It doesn't really change the mold at all. But what can I talk about? What can I talk about? You know, how about what it does change? Let's actually, you know, I keep saying it doesn't change much. So let's sort of talk about what it does change. Well, of course, we should list the obvious. Since it's a Gen 8 title, being a remake of a Gen 4 title, there's a lot of stuff that changed between Gen 4 and Gen 8. Gen 5, I can't remember a whole lot of stuff that Gen 5 did because a lot of it was removed. I mean, most of what I remember Gen 5 adding was like triple battles and rotation battles, but those were taken out in Gen 8, I believe. But I think they still were in Gen 7, I don't remember. Like, they kind of didn't even exist in Gen 6 either, so it really feels like a Gen 5 exclusive thing, even though it was in later gens. But that aside, Gen 6, of course, you have the Fairy type and the XP share, like the XP share changed, so it's like, there is that, of course. So like Pokemon like Clefairy are now Fairy type, the XP share is, what is it again? The XP share now basically functions as an XP all. One thing about Gen 5, that I just remembered, I believe. Oh, yeah, the XP formula, that's what I'm saying. It follows the Gen 5, Gen 7, basically the new XP formula, which means that the higher level your Pokemon are, compared to the wild Pokemon or the trainer Pokemon you're fighting, you get less XP overall. So that's definitely a thing, you know? Like, that's a thing. I'm sorry. But, like, alongside that, Gen 7, there weren't really many changes in Gen 7 or Gen 8 were there, so it's mainly the major changes that came from Gen 6, right? And some of the changes of Gen 5. But you know what they don't change? You know what they don't update? They don't update TMs. Like, seriously, of all the things that they reverted back to what Gen 4 was like, why did they remove the unlimited TMs? Like, the unlimited uses that TMs had Gen 5 onwards. It's such a weird change, because it honestly kind of makes it worse. Because, you know, TMs are so nice that they're reusable Gen 5 onwards. Because, you know, you don't really have to, like, use them sparingly. But, like, I only remember using, like, 2 TMs in, like, Brilliant Diamond. And those were at the end. Those are at the end of the game. So, like, the fact that they're not reusable anymore, it sucks. Because it's like, Why? Why did you change that back? Everyone agreed that making TMs reusable was a good thing. So making them like a limited resource again, it's a weird change that they did. Another thing that this is like the big obvious change to the game is the underground. The underground, well, okay. The Sinnoh Underground is now the Grand Underground, which is, how do I put this? It's basically the underground, but better, but, like, I don't really know how well it makes the game better in the first place, because the underground is, you know, basically an optional mode, an optional thing you can do. It doesn't, it is nice, don't get me wrong. I do like that it's there. It's just like, what else? Why not do anything else, you know? The Grand Underground is nice because it's still, you know, the underground from the originals, where you can dig for fossils and other relics and stuff, and that's nice. But on the other hand, it adds new stuff. It adds caves to the underground, which is super nice because these caves allow you to catch Pokemon. And even like when you first get it, you can get Pokemon that you wouldn't be able to get at that time. I remember catching a Skorupi like right after the second gym, and I used that Skorupi in my party. And it's nice that you have that because Skorupi is a Pokemon that you can't really get easily because you have to hope that the time you get to the Safari Zone later in the game, it's on a day that Skorupi appears, and that it's random every day, so you don't really have certifiable, like, you need to be lucky in order to even have a chance of getting Skorupi at the Safari Zone, so being able to get it underground is really nice. I also think, and also, you could get some non-Sinnoh Pokemon, or well, non-Diamond and Pearl Pokemon there, which is where you get the Platinum Dex Pokemon. And I wish that this wasn't the case. I think that, I think everyone will probably agree that they should have just kept the Platinum encounter rates. So, like, instead of, you know, having to go underground and hope that you get one of the rare Platinum Dex Pokemon, because they are rare, that instead you can just, like, go to, say, where's one? Where is one? I just need to get the correct route in my brain, you know? Say go to, I'm sorry. Go to, say, route, I want to say it's the snow routes. I don't remember the number, but, like, say go to the snow routes and, like, get a snow run or a Swinub, but instead you have to go to the underground, and even then you sort of have to go back in and out of the caves to even have a chance of that Pokemon appearing. Even then, some Pokemon are locked behind, like, specific requirements. So, like, you have to get Strength to unlock certain Pokemon. You have to get, well, you don't have to get the HM for Strength. You just have to, like, get to the gym that unlocks Strength. So that's, like, Gym 6, I believe. Yes, it is Gym 6. But, I mean, it's fine that the Pokemon, it's nice that the Pokemon are even there, because they could have just not put them in the first place. But the fact that you have to do, like, sort of this backwards way of getting them in the first place, when they should have just been on the routes, is kind of, like, I don't really care for that. I don't really like that. Anyway, but that aside, it's like, but also, though I never got around to it, because after beating the game, I was just satisfied, so I never really did much of the post-game. I didn't do any of the post-game, actually. I know that I never actually got around to doing the secret bases as well, sort of in the same regards, but I know with secret bases, you can place these statues around you get from the mining minigames in order to, like, change encounter rates to be more to specific things. And honestly, I think that's a little convoluted. It reminds me of the Safari Zone from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, where in the post game you can place props around to affect the encounter rates of certain zones, and I think that's just a bit too much, you know. Like I think it's convoluting it a little bit too much. Though I do have to say, as a positive, it is nice in the post game that you can get all the starters. That's all I have to say. I think that's nice, you know. I think the only other big change that they do with BDSP is character customization, which was honestly a surprise. I never thought it was really necessary, because, you know, like, Ross didn't have character customization, so honestly I wasn't really expecting Brilliant Diamond to have it either. But the fact that it does is just nice, you know. It doesn't really do anything too crazy for me, I guess. But, yeah. Back to just the game in general. I didn't really play the post-game, as I said. Honestly, because I knew it was just gonna be the Diamond and Pearl post-game for the most part. I just thought, okay, I'm content with how much I've done. I've beaten the game. I'm not really interested in doing the post-game. Which, I mean, I don't know if the post-game makes the game better. I kinda doubt it, because I think it'll just be the same, like, it's fine, it's okay. You know, but it's just like, could have been so much better, you know? Oh, but let's actually try to be a little bit more positive here, because I feel like I'm being a little bit too negative. I do like how they've sort of updated the teams of, like, major important fights, like Cyrus, the gym leaders, and especially Cynthia. What they've done is they haven't changed, like, the teams at all. They're still the same Pokemon that they use in Diamond and Pearl, and I even think the same levels. But what they did is that they give the Pokemon held items, which I think is really interesting. So, for example, thinking of a Pokemon, Cynthia's Garchomp holds a Yache Berry, which, even though it would still be utterly destroyed by a Fairy-type Pokemon, the Yache Berry means that if it was hit with an Ice-type move, which, you know, Garchomp is 4 times weak to, it would take half damage. And I think that's a really interesting, like, way of doing things, because, like, it sort of makes them harder, but doesn't change their teams at all. And I think that's really cool. Another example that Cynthia has is they changed the, what is it? They didn't change. My bad, I'm sorry. They gave Cynthia's Milotic a flame orb, which is really cool, because what that does is that activates Overcoat, which increases the Milotic's special defense. And that's like a really interesting strategy. I really like that they did that. Even though I still think that they should have given her Platinum team. You know, I still think the fact that the Platinum Pokemon are practically invisible, it still kind of sucks. But, like, it's still cool that they gave the Pokemon held items nonetheless to sort of make the battle more interesting. One thing that I think is really funny, though, that I want to add as well, it's funny to me, is that after you beat the first gym in the game, right? Like, after you beat Rourke, and of course be able to use Rock Smash outside of battle so that you can go to Floraroma Town, if you have save data for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Sword and Shield, you are given mythical Pokemon. For Sword and Shield, you are given Jirachi, and for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you're given Mew. You're given mythical Pokemon before the second gym, and you can use them. I used Jirachi because I just really like Jirachi, but like that Jirachi destroyed everything in its path, right? Like all I needed to do was like use Confusion, and everything was destroyed. I sweeped Cynthia's team with that Jirachi. I mean, I sort of had to like cheese the battle out when she got to her Garchomp because it kept using Earthquake and Jirachi just barely survived, so I needed to continuously heal it. But like that aside, like the fact that you're given such powerful Pokemon early on It's really funny to me. It sort of just breaks the game entirely. Uh, and though I definitely didn't get to the post game, I know about Ramanas Park and how it works. I think it's just a little bit tedious in how you get the legendaries, because you have to get like those plates or whatever, which you have to go underground to get, and it probably takes a while to even get them. I don't know how long it takes, so don't. It just feels like a little tedious to me, but I do appreciate that you can actually get Regigigas, because, you know, still in the original Sinnoh games, Regigigas is locked behind events, and it is nice that you can actually get Regigigas in this game. But, like, that aside, I don't think that really changes my opinion overall. So, sort of just as, like, reiterate, I guess, BDSP is okay. It's fine. It's a perfectly, like, okay Pokemon game, and honestly, I'm not too bothered by that. I don't love the game, obviously. It's something that I'm like, yeah, it's fine, but it's not the premier Sinnoh experience, you know? So I guess sort of my end-all opinion, and sort of, I guess let's rate it. This is, you know, since this is the first episode of Alien Anecdotes, I'm trying to figure out how things work, you know? So, like, sort of as a conclusion of the episode, this episode or whatever, let's rate BDSP. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. Like a 5 out of 10. Yeah, that sounds right. It's a game that is perfectly fine on its own, but it's a good game but a bad remake. So basically, it's just like, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word it in my head. It's basically just like, if you can't play Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, especially because you know how high the prices of getting those DS games are, if you cannot legally get Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and you don't want to do the illegal ways of doing it, BDSP is perfectly okay. It's not the best way to play Sinnoh, but it doesn't do anything truly horrible, you know? So, basically, just like, it's a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It's just kind of mid, I guess. I hate saying that. That sounds like so... It feels like a film bro move to say, you know? Saying something's mid. But, like, it's just okay, right? So, yeah, 5 out of 10. But, if you're still here after all that, thanks for watching, honestly. This is something new that I want to try out because, like, I want to feel more genuine when I talk about games and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, this is sort of what I'm trying to do. But, you know, that aside, I hope to do more of these in the future, maybe. Basically just talking about games I beat, so it doesn't really require a whole lot of work. And I do like doing this. But, you know, that aside, yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any ways to, like, help me improve this or whatever, I would definitely, like, appreciate it. This is something that is kind of fun to do, so if I can improve it in any way, that would definitely be appreciated. But, you know, that aside, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.